Hello everybody, welcome to the show. Bass and Bonsai, not in the house, out on the water. We're gonna catch some largemouth bass. Charles has already started without me. There's one. Charles, don't be starting without me. I haven't even got a rod out yet. So we're just getting started. We got a lot of stuff going on today. I'm not sure which video you're watching right now, but I'm gonna be putting together a frog comparison video, jerkbait rod comparison video, which jerkbait rod I like. Chatterbaits, we're going to compare those ones, the KastKings and our AliExpress knockoff. But let's get out here, catch some largemouth bass. Buckle up, hang on. This adventure, it's already started. You can throw frogs anywhere, Charles. All right, here, let me get my rods. Oh my gosh. Now I'm going to try to just utilize the rods I need at the time. This is the ones Charles has. If you guys remember, we're getting ready to start right now with the Chatterbait video, but I wanted to get this out there. So here's what I ordered. And you know what, Charles? You do have the small ones. Yeah. The reason yours look bigger, these blades are totally different and they're hooked on different, if you guys can see that. So Charles's has just a standard style chatterbait and it's hooked directly on. If you guys remember right, these Madbites, which are the same one, they have a different connection. And I'm wondering if that's something that they got in trouble with Z-Man and they weren't able to keep their blades hooked like this. But I can assure you that you can clip on, if like say you don't like these, you buy a set and you feel like these don't chatter right, you can pop those off, and they actually sell blades on AliExpress, or you can use some of your older ones or whatever if you have a bait that the hook's totally ripped or jacked up, and you could hook a regular blade on like that. So what I may do is compare Charles's with ours with the different blades also as we're throwing them here today. But I'm going to probably start with this dude right here and a comparable one to the Jackie Hammar's knockoff ones and get this show going. But then I may at some point, you'll see me compare these two, the different blades. Do I feel there's a total difference there just on filling or hookup ratio? So anyway, don't let me lose your baits, Charles. Let's go chatterbaiting, Charles. I haven't even started this video yet. Charles is already catching fish, but let's see what Charles has.
Yeah, that's a nice chunk.
Yeah, nice bass. Charles switched up a little bit. We added a brighter tail to his already bright. Now Charles is using the Jackie Hammars. He got his first batch in. Nice chunk, Charles. I haven't even started yet. Let's get this show going. Okay, so we're going to start with these two comparisons.
My phone's in the truck.
Charles.
He wanted it too.
What are you doing leaving phones in the truck? So let's start with these two colors. They're fairly close. Just see how they fit. Yep, that's a nice chunk. Charles, you're getting me wet. Let's go. I was going to go with rig a few up, and I may still at some point rig some of these chatterbaits up on different rods, but to get the feel of them, I need to throw them on the same rod. So we're going to start with the brand new one, wherever it's at, in this color, and just see what it feels like. I'll give you guys my first impressions, because this is, I thought it was going to be the same as what Charles had, but it is definitely a different blade. So before, whoa, that thing got on a crazy spin. Well, it's because it's this Madbites Chatterbait, Charles. That thing twirls like a whirlybird, and I do not like that. And get us out a little bit from the bank and then turn us back in.
I kind of like it like this.
Well, I know, but we're too close to the bank.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying if you hold it sideways and get us out away from the bank a little. Awesome. There, that was it.
So it may be a trick of tracking down a color that works.
Using this orange and trying to run it like a crawfish where it bursts and then kind of die, you know, kill it and burst and kill it.
Okay, now that bait did not want to start right up. Now that could be the blade. So, but you hear that noise it's making? Let me just switch to our tried and true just to see if it's a difference in that. So other than the one little issue right off the bat, just one cast, it didn't want to start up, and it could have been in a touch of gunk or something over on the bank. Let's go with the one that we know works. This wind is not going to want to let me stay roughly the way I want to stay. It's either going to keep me 40 foot off the bank or 5 foot off the bank. Okay, there seems to be a little bit of an issue with color choice maybe, or just chatterbaits are not working at all. But when in doubt, go with black and blue, right? If the bright color doesn't seem to be getting hit. So we're going to go with our 3/8 ounce black and blue, which is a little more black than blue, really. Coming from, well, let me double check. There is some blue on there, right? Oh yeah, there's some blue, but man, that is very light blue in that skirt material compared to like this dude. So we're gonna start with this black and blue on that one, but then we're gonna get our first taste of our trying these also. So this is probably too big. You got a fish? I haven't even caught a fish yet, Charles. What'd you rig up?
Purple.
Purple? So yeah, it may just be a darker thing. So Charles has, now that's just a, is that a Jackie Hammar?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the same one I got. Did you get it in 1/2 ounce or? Either one works. So
I just put a purple haze on it.
actually, since that, I'm gonna rig the regular one up. So we're not gonna mess with the little one. Nate says the little ones work. We'll try them later. But especially on these that don't have the same hook keeper as a jackhammer or a, what you call it, we're gonna use one of the bigger, just the goat, not the baby goat. So we're gonna go about just past halfway, maybe. Try to get it straight as you can. Is that halfway? Let's find out. So yeah, that's close to halfway. Let's just try it. Pull the little flappers apart. Black and blue, kind of. Yeah, it looks like it should work. We'll kind of be able to tell the resistance here in a little bit. You got another one?
Yeah.
Charles switched to purple, started getting hit. Now I can go to purple, but I don't have any other than my Jackie Hammars in purple.
There's a pile of rocks right there.
Oh, quick release.
Good release. Yeah, right in there, there's a pile of rocks. That's where I'm kind of pulling them out.
Okay, this little 3/8 is too. This bait does not go down enough with that bait on it anyway, so I'm just going to try to catch some fish now. We'll do some comparisons once I figure out how to hook a fish. I haven't caught a fish yet. So just our old black and blue. That's what this caught our 6-pounder last week.
I like these Jackie Hammars. They really.
Yeah, I tried telling you, Charles. Back when you didn't have any, you liked these Madbites better.
Well, I like the Madbites. Madbites are good.
Now I can tell you right now, they're not as good as these Jackie Hammars. In the short little testing I've already done right here, they may have their time, and like in real shallow water, they may be good, but I can already tell you they want to. Now I've got the different, wait till you get the Madbites with the different blade. You may not like them either. You may have to switch all your blades, because I think that blade is a touch too big for no bigger than that head is. They may be awesome on a 1/2 ounce, so we'll have to see if I decide to get any of those. Okay, so let's go. We got our 3/8, and I might need to switch to a 1/2 ounce with this bigger one, but let's try this bigger one. Then if I don't like the way I feel like it's lifting too much, I'll go to that littler goat, baby goat. So let's go with this dude. That is crazy, not very, yeah, that's about as straight as you're gonna get. Just to try it. Look at this, Charles.
Oh yeah.
Now this is way brighter. This is going to the extreme. I still think what I'm going to have to do, probably not here today, I'm going to take this size cut down. And I may try to make one today to show you guys what I'm talking about. Leave the length, but slender down. See how this side like is that, and this is like that? I don't want that on this side. I think I want it slendered up, and I think I would like it better. But we're going to try it. Just the way it comes. Put about half on.
What am I doing here?
Now that is definitely should work, and should work good, other than if there's a time you need the bait to jump around a little more. I have no idea what they want today, so you know what they want today, Charles? They want the green one. All right, let's abandon ship. I can promise you this is probably the color of choice because I only have 3 left. So we're switching up a little bit. I'm gonna try one more 3/8 ounce, and then I'm abandoning all ship on 3/8 ounce because I'm gonna go to bigger, heavier jackhammers, or Jackie Hammers, because I think they may be wanting it a little bit. I can get down a little bit deeper. So we got a brand new 3/8 ounce one, and our brand new this bait. This color is what was really works at times when other colors don't. So we're gonna try it, and then I'm breaking out. After this, we're going with a 1/2 ounce. Now the other bait I rigged up, I got too much on. The other bait that I have rigged up that I'm going to start with is we took our Madbites with a little bit of orange, but I put the green on it. So we're just going to try it real quick and see if this color.
There we go.
All right, Charles is already. I have not caught a fish yet, Charles. I have not caught a fish yet.
If you're not using the right stuff, that's a rattle trap.
Well, that's why I told you they're out under the boat. I'm trying to put together a topwater video and then chatterbait bite video, and guess what? They're about 20 foot away from the bank and 10 foot of water. Now Charles catches one on that AliExpress bait that he didn't even know about until I told him about it.
Whatever.
He watched the channel. Dude,
I had already ordered them and was waiting on them.
it's all funny how 1 month after my video comes out, exactly 1 month after the rattle trap video comes out, Charles pops up in the mail with the rattle trap. Wow, these baits are not working that good, chatterbaits. Now this is the spot. Well, the last time we were here, I was catching fish right out here just on bottom with that jig. I'm not giving up hope on chatterbaits. We're putting together a chatterbait video, Charles. If it costs us everything. One more cast with this little dude, and I'm gonna go to the other one. What am I hitting right there? Okay. There's definitely some. There's a fish. There's grass right there. Let me back this boat up. I was feeling that thing coming through the grass. And that's what it takes, really, truly, to get on a real good chatterbait bite. Take some grass. So my first fish comes on this contraption with the orange and the green. Charles, look at that. See that?
Oh yeah.
That is a Madbites. So they do work. That's a good looking bass. But there's grass right here. I could feel it. So I'm gonna try this one more time. Yeah, there's definitely some grass right there. Remember how when it goes.
Yeah.
I know around that bend we got to some grass. Let me move this. I got to keep this boat. You're not gonna like it. You're gonna be facing directly behind me. The only way to keep this boat away from that grass is to keep the trolling motor right. Well, I mean, you can cast to it. I'm gonna try to find the outer edge of it. A lot of times that's where your bigger fish is, on the outer edge. There's another one. So all that time, now it's a little dinked. Huh?
Where are we going back?
Because I'm moving us back away from it.
Oh.
So I can cast to it without trying to hopefully spook them. That way if I do catch a bigger one, I can take a second to fight it and not have to worry about the boat running over. There could be stacks of them in that grass.
Could be.
I mean, we could literally boat it and go right out here. Well, that's what I'm telling you. The only way to keep out there is to keep the boat, you know, at the angle. That's part of being in the back of the boat, Charles. Trust me, when I went with Matt, I ended up catching the biggest fish, but I had to cast up in front of him.
Yeah, I found the grass.
Yeah, so you gotta, I think its trick is finding that outer edge. So let's switch to, so these do work. That one had a chunk of grass on it.
One thing I will say, I do like this casting.
I'm gonna go to this, which is what I've been waiting to try, 3/8 ounce. Yeah, well, I saw Hobie1 Kenobi did a video on, they make a,
BFS.
the BFS rod.
But they only make like 7-footers.
Let me back us back up some. Yeah, the grass is like shallow right out here. There's a, it's probably straight ahead of this boat. There's a
It goes way out there, that grass stuff.
line of it. So while we're right here, what I wanted to try to do is fine tune a color. If I can, get on a color that I really like. It may be the one I was just throwing. A lot of times you'll get a hit when you want to rip it. You want to
rip it out of the grass.
Rip it out of the grass. Well, we won't spend a lot of time, but I probably want to work us away from the bank a little. I had grass on. Jesus, come on, get off there, grass. So I'm going to throw this one again. This time I'm going to let's just check it. Charles says the grass goes way out there.
Crap, why can I not fast? That's because I'm trying to throw over here.
So we're gonna see, here I'll turn the boat and try to take us out a little bit. We're gonna see how far out that grass line. I think a lot of times if you find the outside edge of the grass line, that's where your bigger fish will be. Sometimes. So that is about 15 foot from the bank. I think there's still grass right there.
Yeah. I think it's shallow.
Shallows up
like
right there.
Big...
Oh yeah, we're only in like 3 foot of water right here.
Yeah.
So it may be a grass flat kind of thing. That's why I'm trying to keep the boat back. Before we drift across there, let's figure out what's going on with these fish.
That's that grass that stinks real bad too.
Let me try way out here then. I don't remember it being that shallow way out here though. That's pretty shallow right out here. Got a fish. I told you they got bigger, Charles. Let me keep us away from that. We might be able to sit and get on a bunch of fish. All right, so they all work, right? Caught one on our Jackie Hammar, one on our two on our Now I'll go back to the and then I'll try to show you guys if, I don't know how well this will come out. I got a couple different pair of scissors right here. I do not like this bait. And it does not have to be perfect, but I feel this bait just needs to be slimmer. So I'm just going to cut off that. I'm just going to round it up. See there? All I really want this material for is, I don't really want it for a profile. I just want it to hold those tails on. So like right there. Because I want to see, oh my God, how did that happen, Charles? This looks funky as, I'm gonna cut, I just got that right there looks, it's throwing me off. All right, perfect, right? So now we can run that bait all the way up, and it definitely has less, well, look at it. It's about roughly the same size around as the little ones. So let's just, if I had to put a keel on bottom, it would be that dude right there. So let's just rig this up and see what we have now. So we're still slender. We got a little bit of a flappity flap going. Let's try that bait. Look out, Charles. So that is a huge, in my opinion, difference in the stock goat. So you could actually do the same thing if you wanted the bigger feet on the billy goat. But you only get 3 billy goats for the same price. And I think the feet on the goats are about the same size as those baby Rage Menace. I think they're about perfect. All right, continuing on. Ooh, I think that's going to work good. What'd you do?
Never had that. I don't know, but did you hear it? That's with Iowa.
Yeah.
My favorite.
I heard it.
Fish. You think maybe it's this skirt?
I got a fish, Charles. I did not get a good hook set. I had to reset the hook. I don't know. Oh, no? Skirt should not have anything to do with chatter. Oh, that sucker came loose. I definitely was all set up wrong for a hook set. Looking at Charles's bait whenever it should. It's a Z-Man original
maybe it's
mini.
Too floaty.
What do you mean?
Maybe the tail's too floaty. It's got too much because it's a Z-Man.
No, I run those on the little ones and have no issues.
See? That sounds like a better bass.
Well, not really, but we're getting into.
Oh yeah, that's a nice chunk.
All right. Did you guys ever doubt me? I was doubting myself here. I was wondering if I knew how to catch a fish. Whee! But let's see how long a Z-Man bait lasts when it's a good trailer. I don't know. I think I'm going to cut this dude down and try it. Okay. I cut down another one. I don't think it has to be 100% perfect. Doesn't have to definitely look pretty. I think the more jagged and rounded you can get it, probably the better. The main thing is to get it skinny, so there's less drag in the water. And it's just less buoyant, doesn't hold the bait up as much. Overall, being skinny and being less, because the elaztech floats. So definitely added a little bit of color to this bait that probably didn't even need any. And I might rig up one of those watermelons. I just wanted to try a comparison. We kind of went away from the Madbites versus the Jackie Hammers to just trying to find you know, a good combo of anything that, you know, what's working best for chatterbaits today. See if these goats are going to be good trailers. And how long they'll last. You know, how many fish. If once at some point I will get on a bite, you know, to where you can catch multiple fish on the same bait. See how many. I know I caught a fish, Charles.
Oh man, you caught
with grass. I know it sounded weird. No, like with grass, I could feel the grass, and then I felt the fish. Guess what, Charles? Those trailers are awesome. Look at that. Don't they look kind of good too?
Oh yeah.
But you got to cut them down to get the real, the way I feel they feel it best for me anyway. You could probably just leave them alone, but I don't like, you know how I don't like leaving anything. This wind is insane. I don't know what mile an hour would you call that wind?
Well, 15 to 20.
Yeah, I would say 15 to 20. It's not supposed to be that windy today. Got one? You got a fish, big one. Got a nice one. All right, Charles has a giant battery went dead. I did a quick battery change. Charles got a little bitty old square bill.
Very nice fish.
Yep, about 2.5, maybe 3. Get him, Charles. Nice chunk. I'm trying to put together a frog video and a chatterbait video, and they are not hitting that great. But he threw right by that wood that you can see drifting, or we're drifting past. It's behind us. Very nice bass, Charles. Nice. All right, guys, let's go. Let's go. Continuing on with chatterbaits, Charles. Jesus. Chatterbaits? Right here, chatterbaits. Charles just realized, like, that's my new rod. So he caught his first fish on that new rod. Is definitely a good one. So I just threw this thing to the side, but we've rigged up another trailer. So we've got our Madbites out. We're going to try it again. Charles just caught another one on that little dinky square bill. So what it tells me is chatterbait video can wait. Charles caught another chunk. I've finally got re-tied, but then we're going to throw something different on this. We brought out a different rod. Okay, so I'm finally kind of ready. Charles rigged up a threw that rattle trap again. So we're kind of holding in the same area as where Charles been pulling them in. How many have you caught now? 6 in this area, probably? So I got the jabberjaw, and I already lost one over in the wood. You're supposed to be able to throw square bills into the wood, so I'm not
so impressed.
Well, it seemed to be going through there's a fish. It seemed to be going, well, there was a fish. Do I still have, maybe it's a little dink. I think he's still on there. He's just a little dink. I could still, it was still jabberjaw, so I thought thought he came off. You know, it's still like
right. You feel the lure jabbering.
I feel the jabberjaw jabbering, so I'm like he came off, but he didn't. I can't get him unhooked.
Look at that cool color.
I got him. All right, we're gonna slowly work. I just charged my trolling motor batteries up, but we're in a wind of where it's strong enough that after a couple hours of fishing, let me throw this jig right in the middle of this stuff, and then we're moving on. There he is. Get out of there. Ah. There he was too, and I got hung up. Probably right on my jabberjaw. Watch your rods if you get any on this side. That dude. Hang on. Watch yourself, Charles. You're gonna. Watch your head. Watch your head. Can you stop it right there? Hold this right there. Oh, there's a.
Oh, there's a mess right there.
Yeah, there's a. That's a end of the tree, and there's a root ball right here, and I'm stuck in it. I think I still got the fish. I'm trying to see if I can. Hang on, let me turn this way. Whoa, that was not a good idea.
I'll just break it off and let him have it. What is it? Another jabber jaw?
No, it's a jig.
Oh, that jig.
It's my jig, and I only have like 2 of them. Okay, push this off. I'm gonna go around from that side. All right. Jesus. I was hoping I could get him worked out, see what he was.
Right.
I mean, he didn't feel monstrous, but.
Bees.
Oh, there's wood right there. Oh my God. Yeah, this wood is insane right through here. Yeah, see right there, it's like just not even a foot under the water. There's a. Going to get basically on this side and pull it, see if it'll pull free. If not, it's gonna be hard to get on this side. Oh, he came out. I got him.
Oh, nice.
Watch your rods. All that work.
Yeah.
I just worked around this. Yeah, all that work. Look how dark that fish is. But I needed my jig back, Charles. I only got 2 of these.
Crap.
I only got 2 of those baits. That P-line original, it didn't even like mess the line up. I don't even, no, I didn't even feel it. All right, I'm about ready to wrap this video up. We've already, I have lost some fish on both rods, so I don't know if I want to try a whole different rod. The search, basically the search still continues for a good, I'm stuck on something way out there, for a good jerkbait rod. I think this rod here may be, which I thought when I first ordered it, the Quick, by going by what the feeling felt like, because it definitely needed to be stiffer in the tip. I'm like, well, if I, oh, look at this brush, Charles, right here. There's probably a fish right underneath this. I'm gonna drop the jig right down here after I get this thing off. Oh, look at that. Oh my God, it looks so beautiful, Charles. It's just like a perfect tree waiting to be explored with the jig. Got one, Charles. Always throw the jig. And you already can probably tell, if you watch me, Charles probably knows too. I picked up this jig because I don't really like soft plastics that much. Basically because I'm out there with Matt, he throws the soft plastic every chance he gets, like at a little tree stub or whatever. I guess that tournament mindset. It's harder to fish that way, or it can be, but it definitely produces fish. The problem is what I don't know. You definitely got to slow down even more so than I feel with a just a shaky head kind of out more open area, you know, as a backup bait. Like you get a hit from something else and you throw a shaky head. I got a fish running with it, Charles. But as you guys see, it definitely produces fish. I'm working the boat all around this tree. They don't seem to care. Now they're not anything to write home about, but 2 dinks like right off the bat that you probably wouldn't have caught with anything other than something thrown right in the middle of that tree deal. So almost like anything, if you can get in there and get one or so, a lot of times you can get whatever. Where'd that tree go? You can get all of them that are in there to whack this thing. And I've only got 2 of these, so I really need to, in this color, I've got like 15 of the actual heads. I need to get some more skirts that I really like, the colors. Because I like this finesse jig everywhere. As you can see, I'm throwing it right in this gunk. I'll throw it right along the bank on rocks. I'll swim it. I'll throw it in somewhere and get it hung up. I still cannot, and it isn't just with the finesse jig. I have not found a jig yet that I can't manage to get hung up in the wood if I throw it in there. And they've got that weed guard that should work like a wood guard too, right? And that's why you throw a jig on a 7-foot 8 rod or 8-foot rod, so you can reel down to it and get it unhooked, right? So I just disturbed the heck out of this tree. You'd be surprised if another fish won't whack that thing. And I got hung up again. Jesus. I'll say one thing. These trees he put in here are catchy. All right, let's go. I got fish. I started to say, let's go. Oh my God. Yeah, folks, it's just one of those days, Charles. One of those days. All right, let's go to ChatterBaits real quick. I'm throwing black and blue.
Yeah, probably a good one to throw. See, I don't think it'll work, but I'm trying to.
Yeah. The grass start, I can see the grass start for sure right over there. So we're going through a little episode of ChatterBaits, just to see. Yeah, that's the leader. Charles got, I saw that sucker. Yeah.
And look at the color match.
I think I missed one. I think I got one. I missed him and then I got him. He came back. Yep, Charles got a perfect color match to this baby bass color. We're still going with our Z-Man. Finally may have made a chatterbait that works, that you gotta do what I did and trim them up. Awesome chatterbait trailer, hopefully. First day trying it, cutting them down, seemed to work. There's another one at the boat. So if I can fish, I better back the boat up. Mine are coming like right out here.
Yeah.
Like they're not up in that grass, they're on this outer edge. Whoa, wherever this outer edge of it is. So you see, I've already caught, that's 3 or 4 on that, and it shows no sign of wear yet. Well, it'll help if I hit that record button.
Yeah. Why? There's no fish hitting.
Well, that's true. But for when they do, Charles, I'll let us drift by. Now I should be able to cast right back up here, because if they're staged up and that wind blowing stuff into them like that right there. Oh, that is a jumper, Charles. Hang on, let me. That dude was wanting it. That is a good chunk too. Sometimes you'll hear me and other people talk about the angle of where you're casting into can come into play. That dude was hooked.
It does.
So the wind's blowing in here. A lot of times you throw down and come this way. You're coming up from behind them. I'm not saying they won't turn and catch it sometimes, but like here, you typically kind of bring your bait down with the wind, and you can almost definitely increase your bites, but sometimes that's one of the only ways to get them to bite.
Hard in this wind to slow down.
Yeah, it's almost impossible. And what's almost impossible to do, there's one right there. In this boat, it's a good chunk, black and blue. I should have just stuck with black and blue instead of trying to make videos. All right, black and blue's working. I am gonna actually do a little bit more testing, so that black and blue is working fine. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna try to do a kind of a wrap up on the day just because I need to do it right now. It's crazy wind. What have we figured out today? In all honesty, these so far are a no for me. If you remember right, and here they are right here, the 2 that Charles has left, they sent him, he somehow got these free from KastKing. They came with a whole different blade and the way the blade hooks. It goes directly on, so I don't know if that's an issue with Z-Man, so they had to revamp them or whatever. But look at the different size of that blade. See how it's widened out here? They try to make this look cool, like a face or something. So Charles, here's these back. Charles don't plan on buying any more because they're going to come like that. That big blade lets it tends to ride up faster, I feel anyway. But I feel like they definitely, you can't go the speed you have to go to keep them sort of down is maybe too uh-oh, Charles, hang on, we're gonna hit, I think. There's a stump right there too. It's crazy windy out here. So anyway, I'm not even gonna keep messing with these. I'm gonna try to catch some fish. Bite is tough today, but if you guys have seen, I've caught bass. We managed to catch a few on this, but so far, no. It's a no for me. Whoa, where are we going, Charles? Who's running this ship? So I'm gonna put this guy right back up. I'm gonna get this guy right back out because I feel the confidence I have in this one working, and I look at our new bait is like weird looking. I will take better time when I cut the other ones down. I'll go ahead and pre-cut. These I definitely want to use for my and I need to get that other bait out. Oh, that is not straight, Hicklin. Oh my God. I'm trying to keep the boat going. Talk to you guys. Get this bait on straight. There we go. And at some point, I'm going to come out here and catch another fish or 500. And a trolling motor only goes at this speed right here as far as where it'll move the boat in this wind. Charles, you thought I was having a bad day earlier. That was before it got as windy as what it is now. So this is still only, I probably should have rigged this up on a 1/2 ounce. This is still only a 3/8 ounce. All right. Never give up on the chatterbait. Oh, you can give up on the Madbites, but never give up on these the jackhammer or the jackhammer knockoffs or the Z-Man originals. Anything that has that same style of head. Let me see if this. There's one. Whoa, whoa, jeez. I couldn't take my foot off the trolling motor because I would have fallen, but I had a button pushed and it was going the wrong way. I'm like, geez. Almost made me just sit down so I didn't fall out of the boat.
Right.
Holy cow, I got to get a different trolling motor. I got to be able to look down there and tell which way I'm going. When you do it that quick hit, you know, that's ridiculous. All right, we are on it still. This bait is definitely a winner once you trim it. Okay, everybody, we're done. Hopefully you liked that video. We have still insane wind. It wasn't this windy this morning, but what, within an hour of being out here, Charles, it like just, hopefully you guys can see, it's insane. Been this way all day. Made the bite, you know, fishing, made fishing tough.